the debt ceiling needs to be raised in the next few months, and so part of these conversations about, reconsidering the aid to Ukraine has been taking place in the context of where Republicans can cut spending. And the Pentagon is, an enormous part of the budget. Is any kind of national security or military spending, do you think, on the table in the debt ceiling talks?
Well, again, people tend to lump military spending into one thing. War fighting, no. But bureaucratic waste. Bureaucratic waste in the Pentagon, and they don't have a corner on that market. You can pick any big government agency and the amount of waste, that if we could cut waste by 10% in the federal government, we would have more than enough money, many times over, to send double the aid to Ukraine and other countries, if we could cut 10% of federal government waste.
If Republicans aren't going to touch Social Security or Medicare or, the national security elements of the Pentagon budget, and waste is sort of a nebulous topic, what do you think Republicans should be looking at to cut?
I think, again, bureaucratic waste. I've seen it in my time in uniform and dealing in the Pentagon. I mean, I built an annual budget for about just under $1 billion a year. That was my command budget. So I built budgets in the Pentagon from that side. So seeing it here on the Budget Committee, I know how the game is played. So where the cuts have to come is within the bureaucracy, because that eats up so much money. And the other piece is incentivize, as best you can, but incentivize the federal government to reduce what we call on the Budget Committee improper payments. We spend roughly $150 billion a year in improper payments. Think of that. If we cut it by 10%, I mean, that's $15 billion a year right there. But we should be able to do more than that. Look at your own house first, is what I was always taught by my parents growing up. Control your own spending. What can you do to help others as appropriate, but don't spend more than you take in.